Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're getting into something really important, something that touches so many dedicated professionals, the unique challenges nurses face in their relationships. We're going to explore some really powerful, practical strategies for both nurses and their partners to build a connection that doesn't just survive, but truly thrives. So let's just start with a question that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? If you're in a demanding caregiving job, this probably hits pretty close to home. This is the real tension we're going to unpack today. How do you give everything at work and still have something left for the person you love most? To really understand the challenge, we first have to just acknowledge the experience. We've got to put a name to that unspoken weight that so many of you carry home after a shift, a weight you might not even consciously realize is there. And look, this is so much more than just being physically tired. We're talking about the emotional residue from your day. It's the real reason you might snap or just desperately want silence or feel so completely drained that you can't even think about connecting. It's a very real thing, even if no one can see it. And this is what makes it so tangible, right? This invisible load, it's not some vague cloud. It's made up of really specific high-stakes stuff. We're talking about the adrenaline from a code blue that's still humming through your veins, the mental exhaustion from making 1,000 critical decisions, or just that heavy, heavy feeling of moral distress. You can practically feel each one of these things getting tossed into that invisible backpack you carry through the front door. So when you're carrying this load day after day, it's going to fundamentally shape how you show up in a relationship. It actually builds this unique way of loving that can be a huge strength and sometimes a real challenge. Let's dig into that. This is something called mortality awareness. And honestly, it's a relationship superpower that comes directly from your work. You get what really matters, time, connection, being present. But that same perspective also comes with a pretty thick protective layer. And here it is. This is the core conflict, laid out perfectly. At work, you have to be objective. You have to suppress emotions, talk like a clinician. That's your work persona, and it's a survival tool. The problem? You can't just flip a switch and turn it off. That same persona comes home and acts like an emotional bodyguard, which makes being truly vulnerable, present, and intimate incredibly difficult. So the all-important question is, how in the world do you lower that guard? How do we build a bridge over that communication gap the work persona creates? Well, it actually starts with some surprisingly simple and clear tools. Okay, here's a rule that is so simple but so incredibly powerful. Think about it. Trying to talk about the budget or some big family decision when you're still buzzing from a crazy shift, it's a recipe for miscommunication. This isn't about avoiding the conversation, it's about setting it up for success by giving yourself that crucial time to decompress first. This is a total game changer. Your partner wants to help, but so often they're just guessing. They might see your silence and think you're angry or shutting them out, but a simple I need statement like this one, it completely transforms the dynamic. It takes all the guesswork out of it and tells your partner exactly how to support you in the way you actually need right then and there. And for all the partners of nurses out there, this might be the most powerful, loving question you can ever ask. Our instinct, so often, is to jump in and try to fix things, to offer solutions. But sometimes a solution isn't what's needed. Sometimes what's needed is just the comfort of being heard. This one question honors that need, and believe me, it builds incredible intimacy. All right, finally, let's talk about turning these tools into actual habits. This is all about building intentional, predictable routines or rhythms that protect your relationship from the chaos that comes with a nursing schedule. This little ritual is a vital transition. And let me be clear, this is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Physically changing out of your scrubs, using something to reset your senses, like a warm shower, and just taking 15 minutes to ground yourself, that sends a powerful signal to your entire nervous system. It's basically saying, you are safe now. You can be soft, you're home, and you can let your guard down. Real lasting connection, it's not built in grand gestures or big vacations. It's forged in these small, consistent, intentional moments that you can both rely on. A quick 10-minute coffee before a shift, a dedicated hour every week where the phones are just off, even just truly respecting that a rest day is for actual rest. These are the little rhythms that keep a relationship feeling strong and secure. And ultimately, that's what all of this is for. This right here is the vision.
A relationship that isn't just another demand on your energy, but the very place you go to recharge it. A partnership that feels like a true sanctuary, where you can finally let that strong nurse persona go and just be.